What's going down, everybody? It's your boy, That Guy Mile High, tuning back in for another reaction. And this time we got Tom MacDonald, Adam Calhoun, Struggle Jennings, and Nova Rockafeller. Rockafeller. I was about to say Rockafeller, but I'm pretty sure it's Rockafeller. Either way, you know who I'm talking about. Let's hit that record screen, man. And let's hit that full screen, because I already know why y'all here. We ain't gonna sit here and talk your ear off. Let's just jump into this, man, and see what these amazing people have put together. All right, let's see what's going down. This song is called "In God We Trust" off the new album that Tom MacDonald and Adam Calhoun put together. So yeah, let go. Let go.
They separate us from our neighbors and they call it social distancing. It's actually a bigger plan. It's called social conditioning. They took away.
Ooh, they're off tops. Tom, you already know Tom. You already know. He's controversial. He's not afraid to tell you how he feels, what he's feeling, what he thinks. You know what I'm saying? He's going to give you his opinion. Nothing less, nothing more. You know what I'm saying? He's just going to tell you exactly how he feels, and you know, you take it for what it is, and you know, just do with that information what you feel necessary. But yeah, I can't necessarily, like, you know, disagree. Like, it does feel a little weird, you know, this whole like kind of like the whole pandemic thing and the mask thing and the shots, like, you know, it was super just like abrupt and just like, you know, just like all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? And it was like we were all supposed to just kind of like do the same thing, and you know what I mean? I definitely can't disagree and say that, like, you know, I didn't have any of these same feelings of being, you know, feeling like a sheep or feeling like they were trying to herd me, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's some deep shit to start off. We ain't even 10 seconds into the song and he already talking about, you know what I'm saying, brainwashing and conditioning people and shit and all sorts of, like, okay, all right, Tom, shit, the song's about to be deep. Strap your boots on. Okay.
And they call it social distancing. It's actually a bigger plan. It's called social conditioning. They took away our privacy. There's always someone listening.
Yes.
The elections planning riots for the citizens.
The only thing about that one, though, they did take away our you know, privacy, and there is someone always listening. There's somebody watching me make this video right now. You know what I'm saying? They probably watching me as I'm using the camera to record. You know what I'm saying? I think about that type of stuff all the time, but you know, I don't really care, because there's nothing I could do to like stop people from like tapping in and accessing my phone or my computer or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got to know how, you got to know how. You know, I hope you like what you see. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about that is, like, after 9/11, bro, like, I mean, pretty sure like we did a whole like voting situation, and you know, like there was bills and things that people actually voted on. Granted, I don't think a lot of people understood like what they were doing. I think a lot of people were just like I feel like the government took advantage of the fact that like we were all in like a panic state back then when 9/11 was happening, and you know, kind of took advantage of the situation a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like there was some you know, some bad intentions in that situation.
It has always lied, it's history repeating, but the problem is the schools dumb you down so you believe them. If you try to speak the truth inside a tweet, then they delete it. Whole administration Satanists who claim they praise in Jesus. Every year there's a new name for enemies that we're facing. It's ISIS and now American patriots.
That's deep. He said every year there's just a new name for who the enemy is. Bruh, that's real. And it's crazy to think that like at this point now we are like, you know, like looking at a point, or the facing the situation head on, that there is a real possibility that we could have like another like civil war, like, you know, just literally fighting amongst ourselves and trying to, you know, figure shit out with the wrong intentions and violence, and really just because of a lot of misunderstanding, or lack of understanding, you know what I'm saying? Lack of willingness to learn or listen to somebody else. But yeah, this is some deep shit, bro. We ain't even gotten that far into the song yet. We ain't even got to know other artists. And Tom already got us in here having some philosophical ass conversations. Oh man.
Those who love the country the most will be hated on by folks who call America home. But political parties are equally just as evil.
Hold up, that was deep. He said the people who be sitting there just, you know, showing their American pride the most, showing that they love America the most, be getting hated on by motherfuckers who call America home. Like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. Like I'm plain and simple. I don't need to break that down. I think you know exactly what he said because that was layman terms. You know what I'm saying? He put that in kindergarten terms for you, player. That was kindergarten terms.
Themselves don't give a damn about the people. Black, white, yellow, brown, humanity needs you. 'Cause united we stand, divided they will defeat you.
Facts. That was a bruh. Tom killed that whole verse, bro. I don't have nothing bad to say about that. Shout out to Tom for that verse. That was a solid, you know what I'm saying, like 16 of just like facts, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was just spitting that truth. And that might even been more than 16 bars. But the point is, that whole verse was solid, bro. Like I don't have nothing to say negative about it because the reality is it's really, you know, him speaking from a place of his viewpoints, you know, his opinion, like, you know, what he feels. And I don't feel any reason to bash that. And the reality is there was a lot of shit he said that I agreed with, you know what I'm saying? And I may not have agreed with it 100%, but I've definitely had a lot of those same feelings, if not completely the same feelings. So shout out to Tom for that verse because that was a very fire verse. That was a very impactful verse. And I definitely understand why they dropped this song off the album first. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, that was one of the, like the first videos from the album. But this is fine. Let's continue. My bad, y'all. That was a powerful verse, bro. Come on, don't tell me not. Let's see what everybody else is bringing to the table. There's Adam. Got Nova.
Y'all missing what was written in them pages. That was history they wrote. Now you want to change it. You racist.
Nah, I see in that one, again, it's agreeing and disagreeing. I do agree that we don't need to erase or necessarily switch up what is in the history books because it is a part of history. You know, some of it I don't necessarily agree is all the way factual. I do think that there was probably some times where motherfuckers modified some things. But I do think that we should like tell the whole story and give all perspectives of history, right? Like the one thing that I remember about history class is it was very one-sided. You know what I'm saying? And it was always something that I never quite quite understood. You know, like there was always just questions that I had that like a history book just couldn't answer. You know what I'm saying? And it's not saying that let's continue to beat down, you know, white people for the history and continue to like sit there and like, no, like let's just tell the whole story because there's definitely good and bad sides on all sides. Like not all black people back in the day were fucking innocent. There was definitely black slave owners and shit. There was definitely, you know, black people who, you know, played into the system and was trying to be, you know, accepted, and they did some very heinous things. Like that shit should be in the history books too. Like all of it. It's all of it, bro. Like it's not, I don't think that it's just, you know, I think the point is not being heard or like, you know what I'm saying? Let's not necessarily erase history. Let's just continue to tell the whole story. Let's try to tell the whole story. I think that's the bigger point that I think is trying to be, you know, had or happened with the whole history book stuff. You know what I'm saying? Is just, let's tell the whole story, not just the parts that are convenient for certain people. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But yeah, again, you don't gotta agree to disagree. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to Adam for that.
Why you want us all to be locked up in cages? I can't stand the left. Everything they say is depressing. Ship them to the Middle East. They can learn oppression.
Woo.
Believe me, I mean this quite literal. I love liberty, but liberals. Stay home, complain and moan, talk about privilege on your phone in your Range Rover, Starbucks, mango, foo-foo, whatever. The cloth I'm cut from can handle.
With your Starbucks in the Range Rover, the mango, foo, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got. Like, let's be real though. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, Adam's killing it. All right. So definitely, I'm curious now to see like. Fucking Tom, now Adam, like they coming hard. Like I'm curious to see what Struggle's bringing to the table, and if Nova's got a verse, because she may very well have a verse, because she can. I'm saying she an artist too. Don't count Nova out. She can do more than just hooks.
Any weather, you just paper in the rain. We ain't the same. Stand for the flag.
Bars.
Only kneel when I pray. I just pray we go back to the old days, land of the free, home of the brave. Man on the news says the problem is me. I'm just a small town boy with big American dreams. The world's going crazy and they lying to us. Don't know who to believe, so in God we trust.
struggle.
I see through all the illusions, refuse to hear rumors or accept that we're losing. To get caught up, consumed by the consumer. Truth is so diluted, people.
Bruh, that was bar. He's consumed by the consumer. That is so real because like every business and even like person who is like trying to brand themselves or trying to like create something in some fashion, whether it be art, music, whatever, like you're like, we get so infatuated. I'm not anyone that I'm not an exception to this either, but we get so infatuated with trying to please the consumer that you forget to just be honest with yourself and, you know, follow the things that you believe in and things that you know are right or wrong, because you just like, you want the views, you want the attention, you want the, you know what I'm saying? That like, yeah, like everything that comes with that, bro. Like you just want the eyes on you and you don't want people to, you know, look at you in a negative way. Like people are so afraid to be, you know, to have someone else disagree with them. That's the best way to put it. People are super duper like, hold up 1 second. Why did you miss me on a delivery? Oh, I'll check that later. But because it's too late now if they miss me on the delivery. But anyways, yeah, man, like we get so infatuated with trying to please the consumer that, you know, people forget who they are and they lose their true identities and stuff because they're afraid to go against the wave. They're afraid to, you know, to speak their truth or to stand up for something that they believe in, bro. Like people are willing to fold under the pressures of the consumer. And sometimes that shit can be, you know, good for business. Other times though, it's really terrible. Actually, 99% of the time, it's usually terrible for like your integrity, your reputation in the long run. Like when people, you know what I'm saying? Like when people know they can just basically bitch and moan to get their way, like they're going to bitch and moan to get their way. Like that's just what it is. But anyways, let's continue this shit, bro. Cause Struggle was talking that shit. That just caught my attention when he said we consume by the consumer, bro. That shit is fucking real. That was just a really nice bar. I really like that.
For the confusion, comfort is the killer. Your dreams execution, persecution. If I make a contribution,
man, it's just like I gotta go back a little bit. Oh, not only did he say consume by the consumer, he said comfort is the killer, bruh. I be saying that do not get comfortable with your situation. As soon as you get comfortable, you stop growing. You should always keep yourself in a state of like panic, like control panic, bro. You should always have a little bit of like, just, you know what I'm saying, that healthy stress, bro. You need to just, you know what I'm saying, always have a little bit of uncertainty. Be willing to still take risks and put yourself out there to continue to keep going forward and moving forward. As soon as you stop and you just look at your situation like, damn, I'm comfortable, I'm good, you're going to find yourself sitting there in that same stagnant position for the next 5 to 10 years, if not forever. And you ain't never gonna sit, you're gonna be sitting there looking back like, man, what happened? I was doing so well and then I thought it's because you got comfortable, bro. Don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable is the enemy. If you are ever comfortable in life, if you're comfortable right now, I highly suggest you get your ass up and stop being comfortable, bro. Stop being comfortable with your situation. You should not be comfortable with even if you're in a good situation. You should just know it can always come crashing down. Do not be comfortable, bro. You should always be thinking of another plan. Always be looking at how you go, you know what I'm saying? Small little bits of stress, bro. Like the healthy, you know, controlled stress, I feel like is good. You don't want to be comfortable. You always want to be, you know, under a little bit of pressure. I just think that's, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of pressure didn't hurt nobody. Shit.
home of the brave look like a mental institution, and it will be revolution if we can't find resolution.
Bars. Talking that shit.
Being honest, just the time is upon us. I know that God got us, so I'm fighting in his honor. Hear the cries of the crusaders as we're strapping up our armor. Set sail a higher ground and drown in a drama. If I die for what I love, then my death will be nirvana. For our freedom, don't believe what they've been feeding. Do the change you want to see, the warrior that we're needing.
That was 3 very strong verses. 3 very strong verses. And oh man. And the thing that is so amazing too is that everybody spoke their mind. They didn't piggyback off of each other's bars. They didn't sit there and like, you know what I'm saying? Be like, I don't really, you know, I'm gonna follow your lead. Like, no, they all had their own problems. They all had their own issues and they all addressed their shit. You know what I'm saying? It was not like, oh, you know, Tom, this is, you know, your song and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, hey, Adam, Tom, this is your song and I'm going to, you know, I'm just going to follow your lead. Like, no. Every one of them gentlemen attacked and handled that song as if it was their own and got something off their chest. You know what I'm saying? They all handled themselves very great. There's still about a minute and a half of this song or so. 2 minutes. No, about a minute. So there's definitely time for Nova to put some bars down on here, you know. So let's just see what happens.
The problem is me, I'm just a small town boy with big American dreams. The world's going crazy and they lying to us.
The world's going crazy.
We don't trust the news, the government, or pharma.
Let's get to the second verse from Tom.
We don't want the lies, the politics, or the drama.
Facts.
We want the life that was promised by our fathers.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's too much to ask. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to live my best life. You know what I'm saying? That's that. I'm living my best life. And I don't give a fuck about none of you niggas. I'm living my best life. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to live my best life and shit. I mean, motherfucker. I feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel that. Let's go back a little bit, though.
Freedom that you have that the offer. We don't want the lies, the politics, or the drama. We just want the life that was promised by
real.
our fathers. We don't trust the news, the government, or pharma. We want freedom that you have that the offer. We don't want the lies, the politics, or the drama. We just want the life that was promised by our fathers. The man on the news says the problem is me. I'm just a small town boy.
And that's so real because like that could be taken like you like step outside yourself for a little bit because most people are gonna hear this like most people who aren't I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be fucking real with y'all. Like most people who are not white and hear this song, most of y'all niggas is gonna hear this shit and be like, we don't be talking about you white people being the problem on the news. Blah, blah. Like, stop trying to take it so literal. Like, just look at it from like your own personal perspective for a minute. The reality is you like whether it's the you know crazy radical groups on any side on the news or any sort of media platform sitting there, you know, talking their shit or whatever. You know, blaming whoever they want to blame. We all have somebody who's pointing the finger at us. Every one of us, bro. Like, that's the crazy thing about it. So, like, don't sit there and take this shit so literal. Just take it from, like, look at it from your perspective and just know this song could be about you. Like, you can agree with this without looking like them. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. You can agree with this without looking like these gentlemen or lady. You know what I'm saying? That's just facts, bro. It's okay. We don't always gotta look the same to get along. We don't gotta look the same to agree on some shit. Like, that's just reality, bro. But yeah, let's finish this. You know what I'm saying? Let's finish this. Hey, the Brave. Get it now. It's on iTunes, Amazon. Get it now. Get it now on your favorite streaming platform or on iTunes, Amazon. Because I don't think they have it. I don't think they uploaded it to Spotify. I think they said Spotify this time. I could be wrong. I don't know that for sure, but I know a lot of people are having issues with Spotify and not putting their stuff on Spotify or taking their stuff off Spotify. So, you know, but as of now, like you see right there on the screen, you know what I'm saying? I might be in the way of it a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? You know, iTunes, Amazon. Where you go find it right now. The Brave. Get what you know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do, go run it up. Yeah, y'all let me know what y'all thought about that down in the comments below, man. We definitely talked. I definitely gave y'all my opinion. This reaction, this was a 4-minute song, and this is a 20-minute reaction, bro. So we definitely was listening. We definitely was trying to catch them bars. We was definitely seeing what, you know, everybody was talking about. Low key though, I'm gonna just throw it out there. I'm a little disappointed that Nova didn't have a verse. I'm just saying. Because Nova's a dope-ass artist. I know she could do some dope visuals. I know she could sing. She's really good at doing, you know, putting down her vocals for hooks and, you know, backup vocals and whatnot. But she is definitely has proven herself to be like an artist who can just hold her own on a song. So I'm a little disappointed that she didn't have some bars. I'm just saying. Nova, I'm just saying. We could have used your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Could have been on there for the ladies. Could put on for the lady, put on ladies, on for the ladies, put on, you know what I'm saying? Put on for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. This would have been a good ass song for you to put on for the ladies. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this down in the comments below, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.